Hey there everybody, hi. I'm doing a bloom pour for you today. So this is kind of a classic Shelee Art type of bloom pour where I'm going to be blowing it out from the center and then spinning it to stretch the paint over the canvas. My pouring medium recipe, which I mix up sort of the medium in advance, I use a slightly different ratio. I've got 2 parts of untinted semigloss house paint to 1 part of polyacrylic, because the typically recommended 3-to-1 ratio was just too thick for me. So I mix it 2 to 1, and then I put that into my colors. So I've got this dark chocolate brown, it's burnt umber with black. I have this sort of dark metallic gold, and you can see how thick the paint is when it's mixed for this recipe. Bloom pours use a much thicker paint than flip cups or swipes or other kinds of things. Then I have phthalo green and green oxide. So I'm hoping for nice earth tones, possibly even a turtle shell kind of effect. And then my other unconventional thing is my Cell Activator is the standard Amsterdam titanium white, but I only mixed it with water. There's no Australian Floetrol, which means it's a lot less expensive. And that is a thinner consistency than your paints. So I found that you can still get great lacing and cells from just this. I was inspired by Molly of Molly's Artistry. She did a comparison video of cell activators, and this one has been working really well for me. So that's what I'm doing to try to save a little bit of money and save you guys money too. So hopefully this inspires you. My pillow is just a semi-gloss white house paint that I bought from my local hardware store. So I'm gonna start out by, I just use a little cup and kind of dipper out the paint. I'm going for about 2.5 to 3 ounces of pillow paint. Okay, so I've got my pillow paint here. I'm just checking to see if it looks like it's going to be enough to cover the canvas. It looks close. I might want a little bit more. If you have too much pillow paint, then you end up with a super heavy coat on your canvas. But if you don't have enough, then you won't be able to stretch it, and that's not going to be good either. So you want to try to find the right balance, but I'd rather have a little bit more pillow than I need instead of a little bit less than I need. Okay, how am I going to put my colors out? I think I'm going to start with the phthalo green in the middle. And then sort of squiggle the other colors over it. That way the green is not completely hidden, but we have some good layering of colors happening. And then the gold, I'm just gonna put that on over the top. Okay, so I can see all the colors, which means as I blow the Cell Activator over it, we should get all of those colors as well as some blending of the colors. Just moving stuff out of the way of my giant spinner here. Okay, so let me get it centered a little bit better. Now the Cell Activator goes right in the middle. And you don't need tons of it to get some great results. Okay, now I'm going to blow from the center outward across the colors to make that lacing effect before I stretch it out. The white didn't travel across that much. Let me try that again. There we go. Okay, I've got some really pretty lacing, so that's good. Then I have these cracks where there's not a whole lot of color. So I'm going to use my straw to try to blow out those sections and get a little bit more lacing. So the key here is to blow the Cell Activator over the other colors. If you just blow on the other colors by themselves, you're not going to get the beautiful lacing. I think I've got pretty good coverage all around. Now I'm just going to blow with my straw straight into that white to try to bring up a few more cells before I stretch the whole thing. Okay, I think this is ready to spin. It's looking very pretty. I'm excited to see how this center comes out. Let me torch just a little bit before I stretch. So the torching helps to pop the air bubbles that are in the paint, as well as creating some cells. I'm going to stretch it this way just a little bit to get the design centered on the canvas. Okay, that looks pretty centered. Let's spin. All right, it still is centered. Everything's stretching out a bit. That's great. Let me see if, now that it's stretched a little bit, if I can bring up more from the center. Okay, I've got a little bit of new stuff coming up. I'll let that grow a bit and then I'll spin it again. Man, the lacing in here is so delicate. It's really pretty. Okay, I'm gonna torch one more time and then spin it again. As you spin and stretch it, new air bubbles that were deeper in the paint are kind of drawn upwards. That's why you keep stretching, keep torching. Okay, I'm gonna spin the other direction just to see what that does. Okay, this center is amazing. I would really love for there to be less of these white edges. So what I'm gonna do is add just like one drop of the Cell Activator here and blow it across that section. Okay, here's my Cell Activator. literally one drop. Okay, and now I'm gonna blow it. That's helped in that crack to just move the lacing towards the corner. So I'm going to do that in a couple more spots before I keep stretching. So here's one spot. Okay, I am liking how this is working. In all these spots where there aren't many cells, I could just add a little pop of lacing. So I'm just going to keep doing that until I'm ready to keep spinning. So I think I'm satisfied. I've broken up pretty much all of the plain streaks that I've got, and now everything that's left is lacing up until here. So now I'm going to stretch it and try to bring that out to the edge, which means I'm going to have to spin the spinner pretty hard. So here we go. This is looking really pretty. I especially love this side, and I don't want to lose much more of it. So I'm going to slide my canvas on the spinner to this direction, which means the paint here will spin faster and more of it will leave and less of this side will leave. But this is looking really, really cool. I'm going to torch one more time and then spin it again nice and hard. Super cool. I'm going to move it even further over this direction because I really want to lose some of this negative space on this side and not a lot more from this side. So close. Just needs a little bit more of this white off. I can't tell how much more it's stretched. I think it's stretched. I think I'm happy with this. This is really pretty. I don't know that I can get it stretched out much more than this. I'm super happy with it. Let me give you a close-up. Okay, here we go. This turned out so cool. Look at all this delicate lacing. Up here is my favorite section. And that's just Amsterdam paint mixed with water. It has the Cell Activator. You can still create some really amazing lacing. I love how all the colors blended together. I love how adding the extra pockets around the edge helped to extend that center. So I'm just really happy with this. And I hope that this helps to kind of demystify the bloom technique for anybody that hasn't tried it yet. Thanks for watching. I hope you'll watch some of my other painting technique videos because I'm here to help you and to show you easy and inexpensive ways to do acrylic pouring. Thanks and see you next time.